So today I'll be presenting Microsoft and my experiences in kind of a concise, detailed report here. So my first experience with Microsoft was actually as a customer. My father bought me my first Xbox when I was 13 years old, and then I went on to be an investor with the company when I was 17, 18 years old, and I bought stock in the company about $240, and then a year and a half later I sold stock in the company for about like 150% return. And I had a great experience as an investor and customer, and I've used their products throughout my time in education and in the professional world, and their products and services are industry leading. Now, a little brief history about Microsoft is they opened up in 1975 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bill Gates and Paul Allen were the original founders of Microsoft. The company then moved to Redmond, Washington in 1986, where they finally also went public, and investors were able to purchase stock in the company. The kind of what they're more generally known for, their Microsoft Windows and Office systems were introduced back in 1990 and 91. The Xbox, as I said previously, was first manufactured in 2001. They've redistributed and remanufactured over half a dozen models of the Xbox since then. And they launched their search engine Bing, which kind of mirrors Safari, Google, and those other top search engines today. Back in 2009, it was also when they opened their first brick and mortar retail store in Scottsdale, Arizona. And then in 2016, they made a huge move to acquire LinkedIn, the world's leading professional network, pairing kind of the world's leading productivity software with the world's leading cloud network and professional network, and it was really exciting. And again, they are the leading productivity software and technology manufacturer in the world today. Now, a little bit about their offices and facilities. They, again, as I said, they opened up in Albuquerque, New Mexico back in '75. 11 years later, they launched their headquarters office, where they've been ever since in 1986. They have 3 major operation centers across the world, one in Singapore, one in Nevada, and then another one in Dublin, Ireland. Their facilities do stretch over 190 countries. Those are just 3 of the major ones, and over 221,000 people work at Microsoft across the globe. Now, some of their products and services, these are just a few of their products and services, but they have over 50 product services. I believe the number is 53. Their Xbox, like I said, that was launched back in 2001. This is their almost like an industry-leading gaming system that they've remanufactured over half a dozen models of. Microsoft Office is their productivity software. It includes Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Access, and a bunch of other softwares that are used in the world's education, world's professional, and a bunch of other settings. Cortana is like a productivity assistant. It kind of mirrors like Apple's Siri, and that was launched, I would say, in the last 2 decades. It has kind of fallen out of use lately as they've kind of moved as the world is kind of moving more towards AI. Skype is like the world's first ever kind of like Zoom, WebEx that we use today. This is kind of a way that people are able to connect anywhere from across the globe face to face. And then Bing is their leading search engine today. Now, Satya Nadella, not the original founder, but he has been the CEO and chairman of Microsoft for quite some time now. Again, Bill Gates and Paul Allen were the original founders and CEOs of the company. Some of the other prominent figures in their roles with Microsoft are right here below. And these are just a few of the people here that are on the board that I thought that was important to include here. Some of the annual sales numbers, as you can kind of see here, Microsoft's numbers have really generally increased over the last 2 to 3 decades, and it's kind of been on that steady increase for quite some time now. A couple of down years really only, and I believe it was like 2017 there and 2016, and then of course when the recession hit in 2009, the company actually only saw a little bit of a decrease in revenue. Their global revenue as recently today is almost $212 billion US. Now, market share, Microsoft does operate in a lot of markets: PC, software, productivity software, technology, AI, and they really operate in a lot of markets. And some of these statistics here highlight what their market share is in some of those markets. Generally, though, Microsoft does own the largest share of the productivity software market in the world today, and their market cap in 2022 was $2.21 trillion US. Now, their financial rating, they're actually really credible company. Their services and Their whole overall credit rating is rated really high by several of the industry's leaders who kind of rate these companies. They are available to be, you can purchase stock in them through a bunch of different stockbrokers, but they are a publicly traded company. Today, the stock from Microsoft goes for about $380 per share, and the company does pay dividends every quarter for about 75 cents a share. Overall, a lot of people love working for Microsoft. The former employees there have rated the company as 4.3 out of 5 stars, and that's via Glassdoor. That's over 52,000 contributing reviews, so to keep a number that high is really incredible. And back in 2010, Fortune did write Microsoft one of the best 100 companies to work for, and really overall, people will say that it's a great work-life balance there. It's really flexible, and people love the benefits and salaries that they offer. Now, the highest recorded salary at Microsoft, as we kind of lead into the next slide here, is over $500,000 US. It's not really including kind of the board members who do, have stocks and they have stock in the company, they have equity. So that's kind of just salary. And the lowest recorded salary at Microsoft I found was just a little under $40,000, and that was for kind of your lower tier positions like janitors, entry level positions into the company. Microsoft does offer their company, every employee that works for them, really generous 401k package with match contributions, which isn't something that a lot of companies do anymore. And some of the job titles here that range at Microsoft do range, this is just a few of them, but they have so many different positions, so many different avenues for people to start working with them. Now this is just a little short video of where Microsoft is kind of today, and kind of how they're leading towards the future. Just a little technical difficulty, but we can cut it.
Cut.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
Chris.
Just cut that. But anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation today.